Thank you so much, and thank you to all the organizations involved in this, in organizing these 2 days, and our apologies, we could not control the weather. I'm really honored to be here on this reservation in particular, but also be part of a group that wants to share information on what the realities are. Part of my mandate is to look at violence against women, its causes and consequences in a very broad way. And the reality is that it is much nicer to come and visit and hear from people what their realities are, what the context is, and what the challenges are. I do know from the briefing that jurisdictional issues are one aspect of the challenges that you face in terms of accountability and impunity. But I'm sure there are many other challenges and opportunities that we will be exposed to. I would like to say that if the US government had not issued an invitation to me, I would not be here. So I am grateful that the US government is taking its international obligations seriously, but I'm also very grateful that to Terry for bringing in the international law system into this domain, because I don't see that very often. The international law system seems far removed for many indigenous communities, for many tribal communities, because it's out there. Their struggles and their challenges are with the state within which they live and try to survive. So I'm very grateful that the international legal system has been brought in by Terry through this invitation, but also the work that is going on by the role players in this room looking at the international standards. The international standards in terms of violence against women include due diligence obligations at all levels of governments to promote the right to be free from all forms of violence, both public and private, to look at the issues of prevention, protection, punishment, and compensation for victims of violence. My focus is women, and unfortunately, throughout the world, I have to also look at the issue of girls, because girls are impacted also by the cycle of violence in their families, in their communities, violence perpetrated or condoned by the state. So my mandate goes broader than women, and the goal of elimination of violence against women is a goal that I think all of us subscribe to, and eventually we will not require a position of this nature in the UN system. I am not a United Nations employee. I am not an employee of any government of the world. I'm an independent expert who does this fact-finding, who does educative work, who does technical assistance work around the globe to the extent that I can. Resources, as you understand, being a barrier to doing this work more effectively. And I try at the end of the day to understand the context and the realities. And I am truly grateful that today I will have an opportunity to see a microcosm of what indigenous communities, Native American, Indian Americans, and I never know which is a politically correct term to use, so I'm going to use all of them, and hopefully no one will be offended. I'm grateful for the opportunity to see a small slice of what are the facilities that are being provided in terms of services, in terms of legal aspects, and the challenges that are being faced. So protection, prevention, punishment, provision of reparations, compensation is part of a state's due diligence obligations in terms of violence against women. And the US government, and through the sovereignty that you experience, you also have this due diligence obligations. So thank you once again. It is an honor to be here, and I look forward to learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.